I am indeed.
My casting setup, I should just probably change the name of you, my co-caster. You're not Anthrax.
I wish I was.
Everybody wishes they were Anthrax, let's be honest.
That
right?
that is pretty true, yeah.
Cool, looks like we're good to go just about. Making sure, I'm sure the viewers are seeing a wonderful black screen at this point in time, but I do apologize if you are. It's really difficult to do a live show and then to move over to doing a cast.
Get good, bro.
Get good, yeah. I'm gonna have to get gooder at this. Absolutely. Sorry for the horrible whiny rock music. I don't know what that was. I kind of thought I'd have decent music, but no, did not happen. So let's just make sure everything is good. This is of course ESEA season 26 open, and it's WRG versus Energy. You want to talk a little bit about the two teams as we get going into the rounds?
Yeah, I mean, Energy is pretty much on course for an undefeated season thus far. They've beaten BVD. I'm not 100% certain if they have played... who was it? XD the other day, I think it is. I don't think they've played XD as yet. So
no, not yet.
Yeah, so Energy currently 10-0 up against White Rabbit Gaming. White Rabbit Gaming sitting kind of in the middle of the log. I mean, it's difficult to say. It's a team of... Well, I mean, we're in the pistol round already, so Zio pushing fairly aggressively here. But White Rabbit Gaming, fairly new squad, and kind of trying to sort out players here at the moment.
Yeah, Zio being really aggressive, and he's caught between Black Poison and Tuckbook. This could actually be quite difficult for him. Easy for Black Poison, though. He does what he always does on pistol rounds, finds himself a kill. He's in a bit of trouble right now, and he's going to go down to Zio. Tuckbook looking to trade this. Zio might catch him, and almost does. But 4-on-4 at the moment, and those two players staying alive for now. Zio is still prowling around you, hoping he's going to find Tuckbook, and he finds nothing but a bullet to the face instead.
Yeah, Tuckbook, just clean execution there of Zio. He's going to spot Sean Puffy, and he does the exact same to the AWPer of White Rabbit Gaming, but it's been a little bit too late. Okay,
through the smoke, Casimir engaging the hacks there, it seems old Dean is doing. But the bomb is going to go down. Kenny's going to get it down. Tuckbook's a little low. It's going to be super difficult for Kaz over here. Kenny getting aggressive and hoping to maybe catch him. Just chipping away at him for now. And he's going to go down there to Kenny, so not going to happen. It didn't feel like it was going to. He needed to find some clean headshots, and it just wasn't going to happen. So Energy take the pistol round. And of course, as we mentioned, this is ESEA Season 26. If you're just joining us, myself, Extremes, and Profeci bringing you this right after the CSGO Deeper live show. So a little stressful in swapping it over. Sorry if it was less smooth than we would have hoped.
Yeah, so I mean, this is a map that I think Energy is favoured. Maybe not as much in recent months. They did seem to move away from it a little bit, but certainly, definitely something that they're still strong with. White Rabbit Gaming, not really the kind of map you want to be playing with a fairly new lineup. Obviously, a couple of these guys from the second place players at the VS Masters, and Zio is going to get gunned by Black Poison in the lower area, and Casimir is going to follow his fate with Flexi doing the honors there.
Yeah, as you were mentioning, it was some of the WRG lineup, Light and Zio, of course, in that Veneration team coming second at Masters. Puffy getting a nice deagle shot on the second bite there on Domster, so he's out of the picture. It's 3 deagles here versus the buy from Energy. They can still do damage, but you've got to worry a little bit with the HP on Puffy and Light.
Yeah, I mean, Black Poison and Kenny also fairly low, so I think if those shots come through, they might have the slimmest chances to White Rabbit Gaming. Puffy trying to spam through the wall, not really that effective, but certainly does quite a bit of damage. They've already got a lurk, though, and that will be Black Poison. He's holding the long range, and he's going to spot Puffy and execute him just so quickly, and that should be the end of the round here. White Rabbit Gaming, maybe they decide to save, but, I mean, if they don't get anything in the next, I'll say 5 to 10 seconds, they should probably pull out. Otherwise, I don't see them making anything of this retake.
Yeah, it would make absolute sense for them to just hang on to the weapons and see if they can maybe do a little bit of damage in the next round, because in the next round, it's going to be full save territory for them. Like just peeking out here, trying for a little bit of a bite of the action, and then decides better of it, so he's going to bug out here, and that should be the round for Energy pretty easily. Looks like those two players will survive as well. And
well, they are being hunted, though. Kenny is on the prowl, and he does have a scout, so he could hit them at range if they don't hide too carefully. And no,
Pancakes actually getting a kill there. Didn't see
yeah,
it,
I mean, Kenny was low, so
yeah. Auto director wrecking us as usual. Thank you, Auto director.
Well, I mean, I suppose we've had worse observers before, haven't we?
Oh, that's some horrible shade. Big throw in there, let's be honest. Thank you guys for joining us. If there are any audio issues or anything like that, please let us know. We had to switch over from doing a previous live show, so it's sometimes a little difficult to get all the settings right, but please let us know if there's anything that needs fixing. So, fast into the site.
Danish B Rush.
Side.
Yeah, and White Rabbit Gaming has unfortunately gambled on the wrong side, so Energy will get a free one, and they will be oh so happy about that. I mean, this does allow Light and Fatcakes to probably save armor into the third round, into the fourth round. So maybe there's that. That's how I would at least play it here for White Rabbit Gaming. Maybe, you know, expend the guys with the USPs, but the rest of them won't be too hardly done by. And Black Poison padding the stats for the moment. 2 kills quickly with the AK. It's not the players with the armor though, and that will be Fatcakes trying to take that long-range duel there.
Yeah, probably deciding it better of it now, backing away with this 29 HP. Hoping to maybe find himself a headshot. Yeah, nearly. He does seem very intense on getting a kill. Yeah, he's trying to bait them in for Light, as you can see. Oh, that nade. Stung a little bit, but just off the mark. But not off the mark is Light. Gets the headshot on Takbok. And it could get expensive here for Energy, potentially. See if Light can maybe find another bite at this. No, he's not going to. So 3-0 for Energy. Pretty easy start for them. And WRG now with the buy, they need to start turning this around.
I mean, in theory, they could actually force up an AWP, and the indeed, Light is going to save that armor. So, I mean, could have gone badly, but as it is, that save from the second round with the armor, Deagle, and, well, nothing else has actually allowed him to pick up the AWP. So, he's running a bit light on utility, as is the rest of the team, but I don't think Energy will be expecting an AWP at this stage.
No, I wouldn't expect that they would. So, this could potentially catch them off. I mean, WRG, considering it is the first buy round, don't have a ton of utility, so they need the AWP to actually find a few fights for them here and win those fights. But Energy posturing now towards that B-bomb side, and you think Zio is maybe going to push for a little bit of information. Yeah, it just depends on the time.
They heard that. They heard that scoping, I'm pretty certain. Yeah, so Energy going to just make a B play here. They do have heavy presence in the water, and all of the utility is going now, and they'll cleverly molly off that door so they can't push through.
So into the bomb site they go. Takbok looking for the first entry, and he is going to find it with some help from Ken. He finds the second as well on Fatcakes, and that's exactly the entry they needed. There's finally a trade, but it's 4-on-2. But look at the HP. That's going to be an issue, and Zio gets another couple.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, the White Rabbit Gaming side doesn't actually have the best positions. They're going to try boost up onto the sandbags here with the AWP, but they are still in a bit of trouble. Zio doesn't have a ton of HP, and Light on the AWP. If he misses that, he's almost certainly going down. So Energy with the slimmest chances here, despite having low HP on 2 players.
Trying to find them now. They're going to hear the movement, and there's the shots coming in, and Takbok so on point this round. Nearly gets the second as well there. Ending on a 3k as Takbok, and that's going to be the round 1. Light just scampering away. Is he going to make it? Should just make it from the clutches of Canny. So that's 4 on the board for Energy, and it got really close thanks to the early damage that was done on those players as they went to the bomb site. Then Zio coming in and doing the work. One of the players with the HP, the smoke, I think, just denied him a bit.
Yeah, that was actually a very well placed smoke by Energy there, just cutting off the White Rabbit Gaming, basically the reinforcements, unfortunately, and they weren't able to provide the assistance that could likely have won the round. I mean, also well played by Canny, not taking the fight. He was on low HP, so White Rabbit Gaming playing it safe, not trying to take any dangerous duels.
Zio getting himself a kill, and that flash actually working out perfectly for Canny. Is he going to get the third? He does. Canny just going crazy. It was actually Takbok who got the second. But nobody going to survive here for WRG. They were hoping the AWP might work for them, but they pull out the matchmaking strat, go towards Fountain, and it doesn't work out versus Energy.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't even sound like Light actually got a shot off there with the AWP, so interesting one. They're now going to triple AWP setup.
What? Okay. Do you think that's a failure of communication, or was that actually intentional?
It seems more intentional, because Puffy got his first, Light picked his up, and then Zio grabbed his. Now, I mean, Zio is certainly capable of AWPing, but I don't know if he's ever really been a hard primary AWPer for any length of time. And Puffy, well, he's already making it rain as Black Poison goes down for Energy here. 4 versus 5. Energy, I think, still have it in them, but White Rabbit Gaming is not going to be very mobile in terms of site retakes and that sort of thing, so WRG could still get caught out here if Energy plays it quickly.
Yeah, for Energy they wouldn't have heard more than that single AWP fire, so they're not even entirely sure what they're facing, and I think if they do actually end up finding 3 AWPs, they're going to probably be pretty confused by that.
Yeah, Casimir just spamming through the wall there. Light spotting on long. And Energy trying to take some kind of control here of the map, as it looks like Takbok is going to be left alone to make most of the movement on long. The rest of the team just holding passively, maybe trying to get Takbok to make something happen before they split. It looks almost like a B split at the moment, though.
Yeah, very forward hold though from WRG. That puts them, gives them a lot of map real estate. Actually, Casimir doing a lot of damage through the wall there, but it does make them a little vulnerable if Energy decide to do anything fast. And there Casimir is actually going to go down to Flexi before Fatcax is in place to trade, and he does really well, gets himself 2. Zio's also ringing out, and this looks like a sure round for WRG. Unfortunately, Auto Director letting us down yet again, but
yeah. Domster could actually have a free and open site here unless Puffy's watching. It looks like he is though, so not 100% certain if Domster's got the site. If it is, that'd basically be a free bomb plant, which, given the circumstances, I think would be a pretty big one for the Energy boys.
Puffy shot it at Oh, he just gets dropped by Domster. But
yeah.
there's the trade. It was quite funny. Puffy caught a little bit of the edge of the ramp there because he just spotted the edge of the top of Domster's head, takes the shot, misses, and Domster so on point with that AK. 1 bullet dead.
Yeah, so they've lost one of the AWPs at this point. Not the end of the world. It was a triple AWP setup, which is crazily expensive. And Puffy, oh, okay. Look for a second that he was going to stay on the USP, but somebody had dropped for him. So, I mean, Energy forcing up once again. I mean, this is, they certainly are capable of making it work. One player on the CZ, certainly deadly.
Not the greatest flash of all time from Fatcax, flashing himself and his teammate, and that's going to delay them being able to take contact here. Energy almost all the way into the bomb site now. There's the utility coming out from WRG to stop them. Light getting a kill. Fatcax spramming away through the smoke and actually gets a headshot there before Flexi trades it back. Difficult situation here for Energy, but they're making it work. Takbok now taking down the last of the players on the side, and it's on the rotating Puffy with nothing but a FAMAS versus at least admittedly a low HP Flexi here, as well as Takbok.
Yeah, I mean, Energy doesn't actually know where he is at the moment, so still a little bit unsure of where to move and where they can, as they're just trying to spot everywhere. I mean, that shot on Kenny's actually left him in a rather horrible situation, but Takbok will clean it up, as Sean Puffy not able to land that last shot.
Well, looking at the scoreboard, Takbok having a good time of tonight. We've seen him be really good in these side takes, almost taking a little bit of an entry role, more than he usually would, because I mean, he tends to be a more passive player on T side for them, but yeah, having a great time of it over on that B bomb side. 10 and 3 at the moment, so having a good time of it. On the other side, Zio sitting at the top of 7.
Yeah, I mean, this should be a bonus round. I can't see Energy losing this one. White Rabbit, though, will be stacking B site, and Energy actually running directly into them.
Running into the stack, but they don't care. They're going to go for the kills anyway. Kenny making some money, making some really good money. 2 headshots from 3 headshots, in fact, does Kenny get. And that was quick and easy for Energy. They were so good on this map earlier in the season, but we saw them shy away from it a little bit, it almost felt.
Yeah, towards the end of the season, they did seem to go away from it. And even at the end of ESL Africa, they didn't actually play it against BVD. Maybe just a, lingering doubt as to whether BVD would actually be good on the map. But as it was, Energy, I mean, clearly stamped their authority on South African CS with a dominant 3-0 victory there. So I don't think they could really complain too much about the maps that they got in the end. White Rabbit Gaming actually just forcing up a bit here. I mean, it would have been a double save anyway, so don't see too much of a fault in forcing up at this stage. They are very far behind, though, and Energy looking incredibly dominant on this T side. And once again, they will get E basically for free.
Unfortunately, WRG having to be really passive, but there's Fatcax with a really crisp headshot before he gets traded off. Domster gets himself 2 of the moneymaker, and then Flexi holding off any chance of a retake attempt here. It's 2v4, and this should be Energy's round all day of the week, and Flexi going to put down Zio as well. All on Casimir. I mean, what does WRG need to do here against Energy? Energy almost have map control at will. They're going wherever they want to.
Yeah, I mean, the one round that they won, they played a little bit more aggressively. I mean, obviously they did have the AWPs that allowed them to basically wreck Energy before they could take the shots. But I think White Rabbit Gaming should just try something else. At this stage, they're not getting very aggressive. The only times they seem to do it is either on the saves or, when they with those AWPs in that situation. So I think if they just try to get a tiny bit more aggressive, maybe look for a pick and then fall back, maybe they can just blunt that Energy aggression. But at the moment, I mean, Energy has basically the entire map to themselves and can decide where to go whenever they so choose. Light will be forced back, and Energy once again setting up for what looks to be a B-side hold for the start of the round.
Yeah, Light just hoping that Kenny might actually walk into his crosshair somewhere here. I mean, the only round they won was with the triple AWP, but it wasn't because of the triple AWP. It was only one of them that really did the work there. Zio gets sneaky here and gets himself 2. He's really trying his best here to win this game for his team, but his heroics not quite enough. Nobody else really contributing quite as much, except maybe with the exception of maybe Fat Cakes there.
Yeah, the problem is it's not consistently contributing either. I mean, if you get those kills, you need to be doing it every round. I think even Fat Cakes hasn't really been consistent enough in the kills to help Energy. So Energy's always got money to buy. I mean, even if you look at this stage, only really Canny is in danger of being on a force if they have to... well, if they are to lose this round, but at the moment, Energy doesn't actually have a lot of map control. Canny's trying to make something happen, and he definitely will. Takes a bit of damage there from Zio, but able to return it in kind. And the boost going on now towards B might pay dividends. It's not going to. Fat Cakes is aware of the possibility, but Canny is more than aware of Light's hopes and dreams, and he snuffs them out fairly quickly with that AWP shot.
He's got low HP, but he does have an AWP, and that can work for him. The problem is the time, and the time is going to be a factor. He's going to have to push the site, and is put down there by Puffy. So it is a 1v3 with Suckbook. He's had such a great half of it so far. Can he find these headshots? 9 seconds. I don't think it's going to happen, but he might actually get the plant here. And a team flash there denies the possibility of stopping him. That's just a bit crazy. It's possible for him to win here. He gets one. Here comes Puffy trying to put him down, and he does put him down, but I was just freaking out there for a second. I thought Tuckbook might have just had an into this round after their team flash denied them stopping the plant.
Yeah, I mean, he got the first 2 parts, which was get the bomb planted and kill the first player. Unfortunately, Puffy able to finish him off there with the USP. I mean, I think Energy wouldn't have expected that much out of the round, and it does actually mean that Canny will be able to buy up fully with that bomb plant as well. So, as I said, he only had 2,500. Might have been forced to either get a drop from somebody else or... go with something lesser, but as it is, team is now going straight 5 AKs. I mean, this is the one thing that we did see from Energy, is that they did seem to shy away from, always running the AWPs. And especially, looks like it. They have been consistent with this, though. It's probably the 3rd or 4th time that they've rushed B. And again, Virtue is not able to make it pay as Flexi gets killed on Fat Cakes, and that'll actually be White Rabbit locked out of the bomb site.
Yeah, the forward hold there from WRG actually catching them out. I think a little bit they were already almost past the offenses as Energy were coming in there. Tuckbook now has an inkling that they might be around. Domster flirting and skirting around the edge of the smoke, and he's going to find Puffy. Light had a free kill opportunity there, but Tuckbook drops him, and it's a 2-on-4 again. Virtue just struggling here on the retake. It's all on Casimir, but I don't think he's going to be long for this world, and he isn't. Tuckbook takes him down. So unfortunately for WRG, their Energy using the speed and just locking them out of the site really early on.
Yeah, and I mean, that must have been, like I said, 3rd or 4th time now that White Rabbit Gaming has actually pushed out of the B site and not made any decision to, either spot towards Monster or cover it in any way. So Energy is basically just getting a free bomb site, and they've basically hit B almost every round thus far. They haven't even
again.
Really looked. Yeah,
they're doing it again. So in they go. Puffy's going to be the first one to face here, but he's completely flashed. Great flashes there from the Energy team. There's the trade that comes in, and actually it's fairly even. And as I say that, Black Poison and Flexi erased the last 2 players in Light and Fat Cakes. It's just on Casimir here. We know he's a powerful player, but all he's going to get is the dink and not the kill. And that's Energy just steaming on, speeding on towards 10 here, making it look easy.
Yeah, this is looking very, very easy for the boys in yellow and... is it yellow or orange?
I think it's a bit of both, actually. Yeah. Sort of a
the orange and black, so Fnatic, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. Fnatic and Tuckbook making hay while the sun is shining on Overpass. It's a beautiful day in Germany. And he's got 15 and 5.
He certainly is making it a lot of pain for White Rabbit Gaming, and yet again... He's just going to get a free bomb site. I mean, White Rabbit Gaming is either just not reading this, or... they just aren't certain what's going on, because that is... I mean, it must be like, surely they're not going to be again. Surely, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, you almost feel like the decision to rush there through Fountain, they've done it a few times and it's not worked once. It's something that you see lower level teams often do, I guess maybe hoping that it's going to catch them off, but on a full savior, it's not going to work if Energy is just going to stick to the guns and continue with the same strategy, the rush be bleed, because it's working for them.
Yeah, I mean, if it works, why not keep doing it until it stops? So Energy haven't really even been forced to move towards. I mean, A side. The only time that they actually tried to go A was the round of the triple orbs, and I think they lost 2 players on that round anyway. So Energy once again. Well, I mean, I guess beat the dead horse until it somehow comes
Are
to
they
life.
really
But
doing it again?
feels like it.
Slowed down, actually. They're going through short now, so maybe thinking better of it. And you also saw the smoke from spawn. It looked like 2 WRG players fighting over the position of the smoke. They did get it down early, and I almost thought Kenny was going to find that kill. Does a little bit of damage now. Fat Cake's trying to push Kenny off the angle, but he's going to get punished through the wall. Gets the headshot. And there's Casimir now getting 2. Hopefully denying a little bit of speed before Kenny gets another trade. So it's 3-on-3 at the moment. Energy not quite ready to execute based on the defense that's been coming in, and this flank from Light could be big.
Yeah, it is going to be huge. He should have Black Poison dead rights. Does he
timing.
spot him? He's going to make the call. He is going to get it, but it's a little bit too late to save Casimir, though. So Zio has it all to do. He's going to get the first one. That'll be Canny. The last one is Takbok.
Takbok in one of those clutch situations that we know he's so good at winning. Problem for him is the angle that Light's got you. Light has spotted him now. If that flash works, maybe Takbok's got an opportunity, but the flash doesn't work. It fails completely, and Light is able to pick up the round. So 11-3 WRG finally adding to their tally after taking a lot of pain round after round. I mean, you can see that period where they would just win a round and get reset, and then that's 3 for Energy repeatedly.
Yeah, I mean, at this stage, Sean Puffy doesn't even look like he's going to be running with a full weapon set. Does he get dropped anything? I mean, it's the last round.
P250, okay. Well, I guess deciding the nades are more important than the weapon.
I mean, Zio does have money, so that is a bit of an odd decision to...
Triple AWP, Scar 20.
Yeah?
Well, not Scar 20, but...
well, it's almost an
sniper.
Energy classic, but Canny is missing the... new... Well, I mean, the card gun, as it were.
Yeah, needed the AUG or the SG553, but he's going to get punished with the AK. Fat Cake's getting aggressive now and getting the kill on Flexy, so the scope weapon's not quite working, but there's a flash, works beautifully for Black Poison. He should get the second as well. And that might blow the round apart. Ooh, Domster with an AWP.
Yeah, I mean, Energy just kind of running over WRG. They clearly aren't aware of Puffy, as it looks as though Domster... Well, I mean, there was a situation at some point this year where Domster forgot the bomb. He's not going to forget it this time, but he's going to run into Sean Puffy, and that'll be easy. But Light has already rotated around. He's going to pick off Black Poison, who's looking to grab Puffy in the monster area there. And the last, but certainly not least, is Takbok.
Another clutch opportunity for Takbok with the flash is going to destroy his vision, and Puffy's going to destroy his facial features as well. So 11-4 Energy in a commanding lead after a really good T-side there. And one does have to remember that WRG are still at the early stages of this lineup development.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly a lineup with a lot of good players, but it is a bit of a jumble at the moment to, you know, see exactly who's going to be doing what. A lot of AWPers on the team, to be fair. Either guys that have, you know, secondary AWP or primary AWP. I mean, both Light and Sean Puffy are well known as that. Zio certainly capable. Who is the actual IGL? Is it Casimir?
It's Zio, as far as I know. I was chatting with Shiz earlier on the show, of course, when you dropped out, and also from talking to Kaz a little while ago, he was saying that it's Zio. So apparently they're quite happy with the calling style from Zio, the way that he wants to play on T side. I think for them the issues, they are at a little bit of a deficit just in terms of sheer firepower versus Energy. I mean, everybody barring Bravado pretty much is.
I mean, I think even Bravado has the days where they can't actually match Energy. Energy certainly has a lot more consistently been able to get the most out of their players, where I think BVD is sort of tailed off in that respect the last couple of months. I mean, certainly Sonic was an absolute beast, and generally it would be definitely helping him out. But obviously there was that, I'd say, famous defeat now at ESL, where it just felt like BVD didn't pitch up.
Yeah, it really didn't. I did an interview actually with Sonic today, which will be coming out next Monday. So you guys have a look at that. He had some really good insight into what was going on. So definitely gives one a little bit of an eye into the mind of BVD, and obviously one of the best players in South Africa as well. I see Rion saying there's something wrong with the stream he can't see. I think it's only you, man. Everybody else can see from what I can tell, and even I can see because I'm watching the stream back while I'm streaming it. So should be okay. If you have any issues, maybe try restarting your browser or something. For WRG, they're having a lot of issues in this ESEA Season 26 open matchup versus Energy. Energy going into what should be the favoured CT side with a ton of rounds.
Yeah, a huge amount of rounds. Canny going to be rocking the smoke and the diffuse. The rest of the team just picking up armor. I mean, that's fairly standard. Talkbook actually on the P2000. That's interesting. I mean, a lot of players don't actually use that weapon ever.
He's been pretty consistent with it. I mean, he's been using it all year. So, I mean, him and Shocks basically are the two guys who, and Get Right are the guys who stick with that P2000 come what may, it almost seems. It's like we're having a pause, so maybe they're grabbing a toilet break or a strategy break or something like that in the meantime. So we'll just wait for them to get going again. But for the WRG lineup, I mean, if I look at the elements that they've got there, it certainly does have the makings of a good team. I know Light isn't necessarily a permanent fit at the moment. He is,
but I mean,
officially the sub. So
we did mention that White Rabbit Gaming does have like a 10-man roster at this stage, including Alvain Switch Fenta, who
owns
I don't
the team
think
and is an over 2 or something, right?
I have no idea. I'm not going to say anything about...
You're not going to wreck Alvain, because he's a good guy. Nobody wants to wreck
no,
Switch.
Definitely not. But, I mean, I don't think Switch plays a lot of CS, so...
no,
I think probably just deciding on who's going to do what now. Just checking, so...
It's pistol round, we're alive. So, 11 to 4 to Energy. They're on the favoured CT side. It's on WRG here to do something. Make it work for themselves. Light alone with the bomb, but he is going to get some backup now.
Yeah. I mean, he actually just popped the flash there for the lower take into the bathrooms area. So Energy seems to have called this correctly. Looks like they're stacking A, and White Rabbit might be running into the meat grinder at this point, as Black Poison is going to get his head popped. And that's the perfect start for White Rabbit there.
Yeah, another player dinked as well, and they dropped pretty low as Energy. There are a couple of players also low there on WRG. There's a couple of headshots coming in, 4 and 2 right now. Tuckbook on 12 HP, doesn't have a lot to work with, finds a dink through the smoke and gets a headshot. Tuckbook with some insanity. But Casimir there having a good round of it will erase Domster, and it's all on Tuckbook now in a 1-on-3 with 12 HP. He does have a kit, but he's going to need to find some insane timings here to find these headshots. Yeah,
he really is going to need to get, I think, very, very lucky. Got a couple of players on low HP, though, so I mean, that certainly does make his life easier. But is he going to get it spotted now? And almost certainly dead. Zio will finish it off.
Yeah, it almost felt like Destiny at one point that he might get a couple more kills there after he finds the random headshot through the smoke and then just domes the next player coming out. But it is not to be. Energy going to be on the force here. WRG got the round 11 to 5. Let's see if they can build on this.
Yeah, I mean, should be... Canny's going to be picking up the scout. That is fairly common, although we have seen a couple of the top-level teams going for the double scouts these days on the CT side if they have lost the first pistol round. So Energy favouring the pistols. I mean, they are very, very good with them. So certainly not a bad idea at all. Canny will be left to hold A alone.
I like the boost. It's going to work.
Fantastic.
I think he does. He gets it.
Does indeed. Yeah. Black Poison does love his boosts, especially on Cobble. And they will pick up a weapon off of that, so White Rabbit Gaming is going to need to move. They will get Canny, and that is the perfect entry for the site. But not watching the dumpster, as the Domster looks out there and does quite a bit of damage to them.
Yeah, 2 players pretty low as we see the bomb go in, but they should have the run of the site. Can't really say that though when Domster's alive, and Domster does find himself a kill
Black
drop.
Poison.
Oh, Black Poison as well. Long range fight with the Mac 10s, almost a bit of a cripple fight with weapons at that sort of range. And this could actually work for Energy. They don't have a kit though.
Last player super low.
Oh!
Far too easy there, and Black Poison with the huge flank. And White Rabbit just not making any decision to hold the bathrooms. That was just a fatal mistake there. I mean, they did well to get in, but unfortunately that Mac 10 actually coming back to bite them big time in the backside there.
His hands on head moment there. I mean, I was just not believing that Energy could get it, considering Casimir was posting up the angle there with the AK. I kind of thought that he would have the run of anyone actually running into him, but
it just felt like White Rabbit Game wasn't playing together there. I mean, they kind of left the player at the at Optimus all by himself. He was trying to fight Black Poison, and that allowed Domster to run and shoot him inside the head. So very, very odd there, White Rabbit Gaming. As Domster will try for the long range spray. He's only going to get one. Talkbox is going to get another though, but they have traded. He's actually going to get 2 is Talkbox. So that turns around significantly around here.
Yeah, this is a difficult situation here for Virtue. And Smoke is, I was going to say, not going to help him, but he does actually get away unscathed. Doesn't take any damage. The movement is going to be heard, though, by those energy players on short. The two players here from WRG hoping that somebody's going to be rotating and they can maybe get a weapon, but they're going to be dead wrong. Unfortunately, all three of those energy players are coming through Monster and short. That forces the WRG guys back towards the bomb site, and they need to make kills pretty instantly. And light does oblige before getting headshot through the smoke there. Yeah,
that was, I mean, not very close, but I think there was a bit of panic in the energy ranks there, given that the White Rabbit Gaming was able to get in the site. But energy more than up to the task.
Yeah, looking at the scoreboard at the moment, Tuckbox still towering up away at the top there, but Candy getting a little closer. Black Poison also starting to catch up as well. I mean, overall, everybody from Energy, shall I say, contributing well, whereas on the other side, it's pretty much Zio and Fatcakes who've had the run of the kills. Yeah,
I mean, Zio, I think you'll be happy to see him top of the log, even though he is the IGL, and Casimir has been removed by the former IGL of Energy.
Yeah, Kenny does like to push them this way, and we saw him do it so much during the regular season. And he's going to get a headshot on 9 HP, stays where he is, gets the kill. Domster also punishing Zio, hoping to sneak through the smoke. And it's on Light and Puffy here. But Puffy was going to eat that nade a bit more, but he's going to eat some gunfire as well. He's really low at the moment. Light does find the kill before getting traded off by Flexi, and it's all on Puffy now in a 1v3. Don't see it happening somehow.
No, he doesn't have the bomb, and he's got some rather mean-looking players looking for him. Black Poison on the AWP, so he's gone straight for that, despite not really being all that keen on the T side. And Puffy's going to try to take the fight, does in fact win that one.
The timing works out for him. He seems to be aware of Domster potentially coming in behind him, and he's going to get him as well. So I was just saying, I don't see it possible to happen here, but now it is possible. Maybe the energy player is getting a little bit overzealous there in the push. And this could work, but Flexi spots the shadow just a second before he spots the head and gets the headshot there. So, not actually wanting to save the AWP, which is an interesting one. Or was it a scout?
No, that was an AWP.
Oh,
that was
okay.
an AWP.
So, doesn't want the AWP, wants the AK. So, I guess feeling confident, he wants to stick with the weapon that he enjoys. And Flexi was so powerful in that ESL Africa final.
I think that is maybe perhaps a call from Black Poison that he knows White Rabbit Gaming is going to be on a save, so he can farm up another AWP. But it is a bit of an odd one that he wouldn't save the AWP instead of the AK there.
They're pushing through Fountain here, going fast. The nade does some damage, and they should find the kill here on Flexi. They do. That's the AK out of the equation here, and as long as they can swarm Kenny, they could get this, and they do swarm Kenny. Kenny playing off the flash there, but gets partially flashed by it himself. A really difficult situation here for Energy, and it could be a White Rabbit round here, very possibly, on Domster and Tuckbox to do something about it, and they're both doing their very best at it.
Yeah, that is actually the primary weapon gone there, is the AK, and Tuckbox is going to get the other big weapon that they saved. Oh, Domster. Unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, he had to gamble there because he wasn't really certain of where anything was going, waiting for Tuckbox to get closer, but Zio able to just move that a little bit faster, and Tuckbox will go down as well. So 2 weapons saved, bomb planted, and Energy a little bit in the dumps with their money, so White Rabbit Gaming should be able to get to 7 here. I think Energy probably does just decide to save. Maybe Flexi drops a couple of weapons.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to save, yeah. 14-6, at least WRG a little bit back into the game, but still a very, very long road to actually really, truly being back in the game. Energy should still have a firm grip on this, and the other part that's a little scary is Energy on CZs is no laughing matter.
Yeah, that's definitely not the case. I mean, Black Poison, well known for that. He's also got himself a Zeus as Black Poison, so certainly does have the BM going strong.
Yeah, he does love using that weapon. I wonder where he's actually going to place himself. Pushing up a little bit here in Bathroom, so he might have an opportunity closer range to use it. But you can see WRG a little scared of possibly closing the range to those pistols, so they're wanting to keep their distance until absolutely necessary, and they're going to be obliging with Black Poison. Do get the kill at him at least, though, so that minimizes a bit of the danger. But Flexi, a huge danger here in the Bathroom area, and he gets the headshot. Great work from the young player there. Zio looking for the trade. Going to be taking the fight with Flexi. I almost expected Flexi to come in with a headshot there, but not going to be possible. So 4-2. And of course score 14-6. So a lot for WRG to do, but they should have this round. And as I say, that Dumpster obliges with a headshot to kind of wreck my prediction a little bit before the trade coming in from Zio.
Yeah, very, very easy there from Zio. Unfortunately, Dumpster holding the angle, not able to get it done. And Darkbok is the last one left. Does have a CZ. That's interesting. I mean, he was a big proponent of the 5-7 spam, so he's actually gotten rid of that and moved towards the CZ.
Does tell you something if Tuckbok's no longer on the 5-7, eh?
Yeah, I mean, we theorized about this in that, like, he might have been very, very good on the pistols because of how good his movement was, and that he was, you know, he tended to run and gun a lot when he played with the pistols. I mean, the CZ doesn't really allow for that as much, mostly because the limited bullets. So, pretty interesting that he has shifted to that, though. He's going to try and make something happen here. Is he going to get a kill? He's going to get the first one. It is Tuckbok. This is a monster with pistols. And he's not going to get a whole lot of anything. He does actually get it. He does actually get it. He set it up, and they did lose the player there, so...
Yeah, bomb taking him down.
Yeah, worth, I think. I'd say that's worthwhile.
Yeah, so, I mean, what do you think WRG need to do in this game to continue to claw back here?
Well, I mean, they're going to need to constantly break Energy's money. I mean, that's obviously the easiest thing to say, but maybe just throw in a rush round there. It does look like Energy is going to be light on the B defense, so maybe White Rabbit Gaming has called it correctly and will do the Super Blair towards the B side. It's going to be a bit slower. They certainly do have the draw right now, and Energy, they have the only Domster's actually in the side, but unfortunately, Tuckbok is going to get shot in the back. Domster gets the first kill onto Fatcakes.
Yeah, Puffy seems to have the sense somebody's coming behind him. His spidey sense tingled, and oh, jeez, he nearly fluffed that completely.
I think he did fluff that completely. He was just saved by Black Poison, not expecting him to be sitting there. As Domster gets a second. Does he have a chance for a third now?
I was going to say it's getting dangerous, but they're the players coming. The problem for them is the low HP. That Scout could actually do something, and as I say, that Scout's actually out of the equation. So it's uncanny, but he's against 3 players who all just require body shots. I don't know how aware he might be of that, but he does have a chance here.
I mean, unfortunately, it is the Deagle. I think if it had something that fired a little bit more rapidly, he could spam a bit more.
Oh, he got the first one.
Get the first. Yeah, it does indeed. Grenade should hurt him quite significantly. Yep, down to 38.
Oh! What a shot from Kenny. He's making a real try. He's got the AK here. This is possible, but he needs to move fast. He doesn't have a kit. And is he aware of the player short? He is, and he gets the kill, Kenny! Amazing work from Cannibalistic.
Fan-friggin-tastic. I mean, this man has clearly worked on his clutch game of late, because he seems to just be a master at it. Ever since those crazy clutches that he was landing with fairly, regular play at ESL, he seems to have hit a very, very consistent level, and he is actually still neck and neck with Tuckbok at the top of the scoreboards there. So Canny has hit a rich vein of form in the last few months and seems content to continue as needed.
Yeah, I think we were treated to a major stream highlight, I think, there from Canny. Doing, as you said, continuing his form from ESL Africa, and it puts WRG in a bit of a difficult situation money-wise. 2 pistols here, and they're going to be going towards Fountain. Canny should be aware of them, and actually isn't aware of Casimir. Casimir gets the kill on the hero from the previous round before getting traded off by Flexi. 4-on-4 here, and that is going to allow, I was going to say, one of the players to pick up that rifle, but unfortunately gets wrecked by Flexi as well, and us getting wrecked by Auto Director again. Why?
Yeah. I have absolutely no idea. It seems to be broken, but Flexi does do quite a bit of damage, and it is only Sean Puffy left, so this should be the last try. It's about to be handed over by Black Poison. He's going to just fake that smoke out, and that should be the end. Well played, Black Poison. Well played, Energy. And unfortunately, White Rabbit Gaming takes another loss. Energy continues their march up the ladder. They are, I think they are 11-0 right now, and well on course to top the log at the end of the season.
Yeah, looking good for the Energy guys, and very impressive round out of Kenny there just prior to that. Unfortunately, we missed a lot of that round because the Auto Director decided it hates us.
Yeah,
so unfortunate there, but didn't see it, but I don't think it was going to happen for them considering the buy that they had. I think what we can do is actually look at the stats a little bit. Let me switch over to that so we can eyeball a bit of that. And there we go. Browser view is what we have. So we'll look at those stats. I mean, it is a little small. We do apologize. The ESEA client does like to be really tiny there, but Kenny ending on 21 kills. They're not able to get more at the end. Tuckbok did huge work in the first half. It kind of felt like Kenny was more alive in the second half there.
Yeah, he does seem to be a little bit more of the late round player. I mean, at middle part of the year, he tended to be going in first, but now they've sort of moved him to the mid round player. I think it suits his play style better. He is a little bit more free flowing and able to make his own decisions as to what he needs and when. So certainly is working out pretty well for him at the moment.
Yeah, 102 ADR, which is just insanity. That shows you the work that he put in there. And interestingly, the ADR number's not too bad for Zio, Casimir, and Puffy as well. But they were doing a lot of damage, but unfortunately weren't really converting it into kills as much as they needed to.
Yeah, I think a couple of those rounds they also did get a couple of energy players with a lot of low weaponry, and they were able to farm up those kind of things. But I think Zero most consistent by far on. I mean, it stands him in good stead. That has always been basically how he's played, but I think they need a little bit more out of the other players. Obviously, it is a new team, guys, so you can't expect the world from them. But for now, I mean, Energy pretty convincing in this victory. I think never really in any danger of losing out.
No, not at all. I think there's a future for this WRG lineup. They can definitely get it together. They probably do need to decide on their fifth whether it is going to be Light or somebody else. So that's definitely going to be an element of it as well going further into the season. But I guess we shall wait and see. And of course they'll get better and better. Energy just seem to be going from strength to strength. So definitely going to be exciting to see what they do in coming weeks as well.
Yeah, I mean, they would have qualified to ESWC, but I mean, we don't really know what's going on with that. So, Energy at the moment, kind of just in a holding pattern like most of South Africa. We're waiting for OCS at the beginning of next year. Energy, though, I mean, still racking up every possible win that they can, and looking good for their last half of the year as indisputably the best team in the country.
Absolutely right. So I think that's us for tonight, guys. Thank you for joining the stream. Appreciate you watching. And if you enjoyed it, pop a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And we'll see you for some more casting in the future. I'm going to be casting a little bit with SLP tomorrow night. So definitely look out for that. You'll see it on social media as well as with Anthrax on Sunday night. And then we'll do some more Prophecy casting next week as well. So definitely look out for the release schedule, all of that stuff. You can follow me on Twitter at Extremes. Follow Prophecy at Prophecy Gaming. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers indeed. Axe out.